Our second match today features fifth-seeded Peter Pierce taking on Mitch Lewinski. This one's drawing a lot of attention from the folks here at the Town Hall lanes. Peter Pierce comes in all-time DPBA Pro Tour leader, 10 wins to his credit. Mitch Lewinski has won 2 in a row, one of the up-and-coming young stars on the Pro Tour. Let's see if Mitch can find that scoring touch again. He certainly didn't have it in the last game.
No, and I tell you, even though it was where he wanted it, it was not the smooth snap that Mitch had when he was moving pins around. And there you see he's left the 6, 7, 10. And I'd just like to point out that Peter Pierce, the guy with the most stars in the world, made Mitch bowl first. So there.
In reference to the fact, of course, the higher seeded bowler has the option to bowl first or make his opponent bowl first.
You can tell Joe Ryanier he may be wrong, but I don't think anybody can tell Peter with 10 stars that he's wrong. You don't want to be a hero, you just want to be a winner, you know?
Right? I can understand that. And here's a good look at Peter Pierce.
Talk about a classic arm swing. Watch this thing.
I think the pins drop as soon as he approaches the line. They're afraid.
Wouldn't you? Strong arm swing. He locks that thing. It's like a bar, and he just comes straight through. Here's another guy that could, can be put in the class with the throwers. But this thrower is like Nolan Ryan. He hits the corners. He'll slide as many shots as any bowler in the game, put the ball in the pocket more times than anybody in the game. And because he has the ability to throw it hard, I don't think that makes him a thrower. He's a bowler.
He has won them all. The Tronsky Open, Eastern Classic, U.S. Classic, Town Hall Open, Virginia Classic. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler of the Year. One of only 3 men to do that. And he opens with a couple of spares right off the bat. Let's see how Mitch Lewinski responds. Just struggled through the last, let's say, game and a half.
Nice delivery.
There you go.
See the rhythm? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He had to pop at the end instead of pour it way down. And if you watch the arm swing on the replay, it tells the whole story.
So Mitch strikes back in the second.
The thing is, when you're fighting your rhythm and you're fighting that arm swing, you've got to do it a few times in a row. This would be a good time to start, because he's looking for the double. You need the strikes against Peter Pierce.
Lewinski in the third.
Good ball.
Yep.
When you deliver the ball like it appeared that he delivered it well, you really don't like to leave the 2-pinner in the middle. You feel like you've thrown a sort of a mush ball. Nothing happened. Needs a spare here. 5-9. Bullseye.
Yep, split him.
Thrown 3 good balls, Mike, in a row. He threw the strike, first ball, and then made the spare with nice arm motion.
Oh, you don't like to get behind Peter Pierce. He's like one of those guys, once he gets you on the canvas, he's not going to let you up. He's not going to let you back in the match.
You get behind Peter, you can't see where you're going. You don't have to describe the strike. They can replay it if they want, but he'll probably throw another one for him anyway. So another one of those bowlers that just smells victory. Doesn't like the taste of defeat and knows how to handle the situation.
Winner of this match will face off against Ron Pelletier, another rookie on the tour.
What a lot of people don't realize about Peter Pierce, and his arm motion is so quick and smooth and hard. If you watch his hand, especially on the replay, and watch the snap at the end, I mean, his wrist his fingers almost touch his forearm. He comes through so hard, and it appears from behind that he's really shoving the ball. He's not shoving it. When he hits it at the bottom, he's got a lot of fingers on it.
See it, 4 marks through the first 4 frames for Peter Pierce. Mitch Lewinski up in the 4th himself, working on a spare in the 3rd.
It's really tough to keep pace with a guy when he's thrown 4 first balls, and the worst he's done is break 9.
Yep. Left the 5-pin twice and the 10-pin once.
You bowl Peter, you start behind the lanes and come out running, you know. Pretty shot, pretty shot.
Well, Mitch knew what he had to do there and picks it up.
Well, you know, you get tied up in a guy with the credentials of a Peter Pierce, but you have a Mitch Lewinski, who I told you belongs in that circle of winners. He knows how to win. And Peter doesn't scare him. He's not bowling scared.
Winner of today's show will advance to next week's Final 4.
Now, Mitch got the arm outside again. Give it a little pull.
And of course, the winner of the tournament will take home $2,000. First prize money, $1,000 for the runner-up. So every time you win in this up-the-liner finals, you're advancing yourself and winning a little bit more money and keeping your shot at the top prize alive.
A little personal pride involved too, Mike. And just winning. It's I guarantee if you ask Mitch if he wins this or loses this, what's he going to get? He won't know. I really don't think he'll know.
He only picks it up. Gets the 10, so he's got 68 in the 5th. Now, Peter Pierce has yet to leave a pin on the deck.
Watch the hand come through the ball, Mike. It's a blur, but you can see it. Whoop. Now, you tell me that he doesn't have good concentration with the momentum that he picks up to stop and come back and regroup.
And to come away with a strike.
Huh.
Well, first time up to the line, just didn't like something that was going on. Perhaps it was the ball coming back and the ball returned, but we're going to take a look at it again, and it's as pretty the second time as it was the first time.
It looked just like the one he threw back in the 3rd frame. Look out. I'd love to open his head and see what's in there. What, you know, or to be able to read what his train of thought is. It's total concentration, you know, without a doubt.
6 frames. He's had 4 spares, 2 strikes. And put Mitch Lewinski in a big hole.
Give it to him, Mitch. He pulled another one, but he got away with it, Mike. And you need to do this. Maybe that can get him started, but he's going to have to throw a few of those. There you see the ball. It's going to catch the left pocket very light, come off the wall, sort of like a John Gorman strike. When he catches the left pocket, everything goes right. And a strike in the 6th frame, 31-pin lead for Peter. Mitch has got to string some X's.
Well, he certainly can do it if he gets in the groove. He was the high qualifier for this tournament.
I think you watched him bowl. He was in a groove.
Could have blindfolded him. He was just locked in and everything was going away.
That was a pretty ball. He only broke 8, but he really delivered the ball well, and just what we call a quick 8. Nothing went over to get the 6 and 10, drove them all in the pit. Needs us to keep him in the game. The thing is, you're not going to sit back and wait for Peter to make a mistake, because he just doesn't make many. And Mitch is about 2 mistakes behind, not 1, you know, so The only thing with Peter that really can stop him is the rip. And then he makes that probably as much as anyone on the lanes, working on a spare.
Doesn't look like he's going to rip today.
The ball won't fit. Well, it's too big. He has the ability. He lines his arm up, keeps his eye on the target, and it comes straight through.
Got it again.
Now he hit 2/3 of that pin, and he was not happy with how did you see his reaction? It wasn't, and it's not an arrogance. He knows that he made a little mistake. But he does so many things right that he gets away with the little mistake. The average pro bowler would have probably missed that pin by an inch, and he hit 2/3 of it. A lot of confidence in his stroke. There's a case, 6, 8, and 10, and it was just too powerful.
Yep.
A little too hard, and it just pushed him. Again, he's a bowler that can overthrow.
7 straight marks for Peter Pearce.
That upset him because he didn't feel as though he was close enough.
No. Door might be open just a bit for Mitch Lewinski. Let's see if he tries to take advantage of this open frame by Peter Pearce. Peter with a 145 after 8.
Mitch is in a situation here where with the door open, he better wedge it open because he's got to go. Peter at a 165 clip with 210 frames. And that would mean opening 3 frames in a row, which he does very seldom. Boy, and then you have that working against you.
Yeah.
Beautiful ball.
Deserved better than that, Mitch Lewinski did.
Yes, he did deserve better than that. If he hits 1 and 1 here, give him 116 in the 8th. 60 to that be 176. Peter would need 2 marks if Mitch gets 10 here and then strikes out. 4 strikes in a row. So Peter's in pretty good shape. Who will the winner of this match face?
Ron Pelletier. Heck of a place for a rookie bowler to be.
I'm not too sure. You have a bowler who says, Peter Pearce has never beaten me. I don't think he's ever bowled him. He can look at the score and say, well, I was in Peter's division. I don't know who won or lost that match no, maybe he wasn't in his division. I could be wrong. But he only beat him by 28 pins in pinfall.
Mitch Lewinski bowling the 9th.
This must be a strike. Come on. See, there's a case. He could have had a doubleheader, and he winds up with a 10 frame and perhaps a spare here. He spares here, strikes out 166. Peter would need 1 mark. So it's not over. I mean, we've seen things happen, Mike. Certainly not going to sell out on anybody, and Mitch didn't get 4 stars quitting.
Spare for Mitch Lewinski in the 9th, and we'll come back and finish up this Pearce-Lewinski match right after this on Duckpin Magic. Peter Pearce to bowl the 9th and 10th frames here at the Town Hall Lanes in Johnston, Rhode Island, just outside Providence. Absolutely punished the pins there.
If you watch him set up to throw the ball, look how loose he actually keeps his wrist. See how it's just hanging there. He has the ability, as I've spoke of many times too, to keep the arm and shoulder separate. As strong as it looks and as stiff as it looks, it's not locked up to the shoulder. Watch when he hangs. See how nice and loose his wrist is? So you tell me. Swede Laver says he's from another planet. Swede Lavers may be right. He's going to shoot, without another strike, he's going to be in the 180s. Now see, even Peter makes a little mistake. He put that ball on the floor and just rolled it. He's very accurate, so it went through the middle. He had this tough frame the ball. He had the game won.
Big game for Peter Pierce. 182. One of the higher games we've seen bowled on TV this year.
I might add, without a double. Nine marks. Here come Mitch, says it's easy now. 136. Just saving face. Takes a little class to get up there and finish a game that you've just been almost humiliated by your opponent. Three balls to throw almost without purpose, except for your own personal dignity and pride. Going to shoot 150-something, and he had a lot of trouble that game. A lot of trouble, and he made 7 marks, so showed well for himself.
182, 155. Peter Pierce over Mitch Lewinski. So Pierce advances. He'll take on Ron Pelletier. And you'll see all that action coming up in just a moment here on Duckpin Magic. Don't go away.